Hello, hello, people. I'm going to sit here for a bit, let some people come in. I've actually forgotten to advertise this evening. Hi, Sophia. How are you? Hi, Vanessa. Thank you, Chris. Hi, Portia. Hi, Danielle. Oh, dear. Hang on a minute, guys. Hang on a minute, guys.
On your sound was a little bit off then. Yeah, you started out okay, hon, and then your sound completely went. Still can't hear you. Hi, Mel. Hi, Chris. Hi, Roberta. Still no sound, hon. It's when you put your hand up to the microphone. Try switching the cameras.
How about this one?
Yeah, got you.
Got me?
Yeah. Bloody
It comes
amateur.
up with about 4 options for microphones, and it's just still going through to find the right one. I'm sorry about that, guys.
Plonker.
I know. Right, I'm just going to show you guys quickly, and then I'll say hello to you. This is why we've got. There might be a bit of a tech problem this evening, because I've not only got one camera going, as you can see. No, I've got one of my cameras isn't plugged in. Okay, I've got an infrared camera plugged in. My other camera is not plugged in. I'm going to have to re-plug that in. Bear with me. Hold on.
Hi, Sophia. Hi, Portia. Hi, Mel. Hi, Chris. Hi, Roberta. Hi, Danielle.
Right, and we got.
Hello, hello, hey, Amy.
Damn.
I think I covered everybody. Oh,
Yeah.
dangerous curves.
Right, let me go back. Sorry about this, guys. I was hoping to stream with me, with me Windows tab this evening, but I was charging up the keypad instead of the Windows tab. So as you can so what I've had to do is to bring my laptop from my desk because I wanted to be comfy this evening over to the sofa. So we're a bit all over the place. So let me see, who have I missed? Before I'll start from the beginning. So we've got Chris, we've got Sophia, Vanessa, Portia, Danielle, Mel, Roberta, Dangerous Curve, Amy, who else have we got? Yeah, you have got a love tech, Chris. That's true. Who else have we got? I think that was about it. Okay. Oh, and my camera's gone again. Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, I think.
Good jiggle the wire on it.
Oh, at this rate, I'm going to end up turning around and just using the infrared camera.
Hello, Anonymous Paranormal.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It's crazy. If you, yeah, okay, you'll see in the chat as well, aren't you, this evening?
Can't you jiggle the wire on the second camera?
Well, what I'll do, look, I'll show you my setup for this evening, okay? Let me just turn my camera around. Right, let's choose one of the other ones. No, that one's not coming in.
Yeah, that's the one. Go and jiggle the wire on it.
I can't go and jiggle the wire on it because it's not coming on for some reason. Right. If I move my infrared camera. Oh! Right. There we go. Hello. Right,
Hello.
this is my setup this evening. So it's right, let me put that down there. And if you're wondering why all that is out, is because it's part of this evening's stream. No, that other camera's still not turning on. Okay. Oh,
Hit it with an hammer.
Never mind.
I can hear a slight echo from me.
From you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know why.
Strange.
I know.
Can anybody else hear an echo from me at Zara's end? I can't hear it my end, but I can at Zara's end. And now your voice has gone again.
What about now?
Yeah, you come back now.
Yeah, but I haven't got no picture now, have I?
No.
Right, hang on. Right, let's just do it this way then for the night. None of my cameras are coming on.
Oh, God.
Righty-ho. Right, let's do it this way.
I don't know, guys. What do you reckon? Think she's gone cuckoo? Thanks, Chris. I remember that pal. Can you hear me okay, guys? Am I okay? Okay, Roberta. Okay, Whispers. Okay, Anonymous. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Danielle. I'm not talking to Chris because he's being rude. He's being rude towards me, saying my tights are too tight. So I'll just put a piece of sticky tape over Chris's name. Can't see him there. Thanks, Sophia. At least you can hear one of us. What can I do? Song and tap dance. What do you reckon, guys? I'll borrow yours, Anonymous. Yeah, Zora was all right when she first came on. She had everything running, and slowly everything's just switched itself off one at a time. And now we can't even see her or hear her at all. Amy, jump on your moped, get over there, and lend her a camera. Okay, cheers, mate. I like Laurel and Hardy. Yeah, I've got all their films on DVD. I sit there watching them back to back, just laughing my head off, really. I think they're probably two of the funniest guys I've ever watched. Okay then, Chris. Yours will be too small for me anyway. No, I have not. I have not, Anonymous. Is it like a rehash of one of the older films redone, or is it? Well, obviously they can't. They're both passed away now, aren't they? So they can't make a new one. So where is it, Anonymous? Is it like a rehash of one of the old ones, or is it like a film they did that was never released or something? They are funny. The funniest one that I watched them was where they tried to get that piano up those steps. Yeah, you're back, Zara, but you've got no sound. Take a deep breath, hon. Can you do sign language? Hang on, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll switch my spirit box on and see if I can get Zozo to come through. Oh, okay. I'll look out for that, Anonymous. You can't see Zara at all, Sophia. I can see her. But it's actually not like Zara to have tech issues. Oh, God. Zozo's on the way out, look. Hey, oh, you've gone all together. Oh, you come back now. Told you to blow the cobwebs out of that laptop, didn't I? Just nod yes or no. Well, Melanie can't see you. Sophia can't see you. All Sophia can see is my sign. Oh dear. It's not going very well, people. Oh, Danielle can see you. Oh, sorry, no, she can't. She can't make it. Danielle can't make her mind up. She forgot the T off of can. Can't. So nobody can actually see you, Zara. Not even me. And I can't even hear you either. Hi, Tim. Tech problems, Tim. Zara's broke the stream.
Oh, crikey!
Wow. Talk about
Sorry.
having an entrance. What did you do? Sign yourself in with the tab?
Yeah, I've added myself in.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's one of those days. Shush, iPad.
I do apologise for Zara if anybody had headphones in then.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hi, Tim. Right, now you can see me. Can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you fine.
You can hear? Good. Right, let me just...
Well, I can hear you fine. Can everybody else hear Zara? Can everybody see and hear Zara?
Right. Right, I don't need that now. Right, okay. What a nightmare, eh? So if you see me, I'm sort of looking here, there and everywhere. I'm sort of looking at my iPad and looking at the camera, and so it's a bit of a nightmare. I can't believe it did that. Crazy. Right. As I was saying before, all hell broke loose.
Yeah, I'll tell you something, Zara. I'm glad you came back when you did, because Chris Raven, he was about to do the can wearing a tutu.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, and I missed
it was going to entertain us till you got back.
Ah, right, Chris. On a stream, I want to see a tutu, so you can make it up to me, okay? Oh dear. Right, as I was saying, the setup I've got sitting on the table is for a reason this evening, and that is, if you're someone like me or like Glenn or a lot of other people and you have a lot of kit, what I'm just going to show you, especially for those of you that have a small amount of kit or just thinking about getting a kit, what I personally would take out with me. And then if you haven't got any type of kit whatsoever, what you could actually use with your mobile devices, what things that there are, and yeah, so just a basic setup and just to get you going, really. So I thought that would be something a little bit different. I have been wanting to do it for a while, but have not actually got around to doing it as yet. So I thought, well, this evening would be quite nice. And then also we have the draw for the 2125. Hi, Ricky.
Hi, Ricky.
Which I have, believe it or not, been dying to give it away. So now is the time. And I do have, okay, I do have a list here, and I will use my trusty iPad. So
can we see the list just to make sure you have got it?
Well, yeah, hold on. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's longer than that, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's longer than that. It's just, hang on. There were some people I wasn't too sure about because they sort of like and commented, but don't know whether they shared. So is it a 3 out of 3 or a 2 out of 3? Hi, Charmy.
The thing is, though, they all supported your channel anyway, so
they do. So,
hi, Charmy.
Rules are rules. You have to follow all 3.
That's very cool.
Well, and then what I'll do, I haven't actually got it up on the iPad yet. I always use a name generator website. So what you'll actually see me do is I'll try and sort of turn slightly and highlight everything, and then as you see me copy it all, and then I'll swap over to the website, and then you'll see me paste all the names in, and then we can do a countdown, and then yeah, we'll see who the lucky winner is.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Was there any topics you wanted to talk about at all this evening, Glenn?
No, not really.
Oh, you liar! You were saying to me, earlier on, oh yeah, I wouldn't mind talking about blah blah blah, but I can't remember what it was now.
Yeah, I just wanted to give my take on how to converse with spirit when asking for particular spirits on the spirit box. That was all.
Tim, no, it's not too late to sign up, hon. If you just bear with me, give me 2 ticks. Because I'm just going to get you the video.
Hi, Dag.
Right. Basically, what you got to do, Tim, is obviously you subbed. So I just need you to press like, leave a quick comment, just to say you've liked, commented, and just share the video quickly. Well, you don't have to share it because it's basically all there. Where is it? Dun, 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 dun. I have too many videos. Oh, that's me. I'm moving this out of the way. You're having a nice view up me nose.
Yes, Sophia, just follow the rules, what Zara's just about to tell you.
Yep. Right, hang on. Let me just go this way. Dashboard.
I think Zara's going to drop the link in chat. If you just go to that link, like, make a comment and share on that particular video, and then you're in.
And then you're in.
Chance to win a Radio Shack 125.
Yep.
Good evening,
Hello,
Don.
Mr. Don.
Good evening, Mary Lou.
Hello, Max. Right, copy link address. There we go. Just dropping it in the chat now. There you go. I saw Mr. Don at 4 o'clock this morning. I did. But he wasn't on with dear Brent this morning. He was working.
Oh, I see.
And it was actually a very good stream. So it was a good story.
Was that on Paranormal Portal?
It was indeed. I was in there from 4 o'clock this morning until about 5:30, I think.
Oh. Yeah, that anybody in chat, Paranormal Portal, Ether Archives, who's in chat now, that's Don.
Yeah.
He has a friend.
I will get you the link as well.
Called Brent, and they do paranormal stories. They have guests on. They actually go over the radio too at the same time.
They do indeed.
And it's a very good channel to subscribe to. It's called Paranormal Portal.
Well, I'm just going to drop the link now. Hello, Dank. One day at a time, Dag. One day at a time. So that's Paranormal Portal. It's Don. What's the radio? Is it TVR radio? TR radio? Don will tell you anyway. But very good, very funny. The guys in the chat are really, really lovely. Okay, Tim, I'll add your name. Right, hang on.
I think you'll be back in there again shortly with Sophia. I think she's just gone to do it as well.
Kim?
You're welcome, Don. Always worth shouting out good channels.
Oh, definitely.
And you certainly have got a good channel. It's just a shame you moved your time. For me, it's...
yeah, but it's prime time for them, so...
yeah, I do realise that. It's just, obviously, without our work. But I still watch the replay back and really enjoy it when I'm driving anyway.
Yeah. Okay, Danielle, I need some help. Last night I was asleep and I heard a voice say my name. Then money, as clear as day, but it wasn't my other half. It was asleep, but it happened so many times I don't know what to do. Danielle, it could just be somebody trying to get your attention. You know, you have a lot of spirits that pass by and just want to get to your attention, just to hear that they that they're heard.
Yeah, you can get disembodied voices. You know, they tend to creep up on us pretty unexpected, actually. You know, you can be sitting watching. I think Moses, Larry was saying in his last stream that he was sat watching the TV and a voice, you know, very clearly said to him, Larry, in his left ear. And he was obviously sitting on his own, but, you know, he's definitely said that he heard this voice, you know, say Larry. So it could be, you know, just spirit, family, maybe friends, you know, long past.
Well, I was talking to Hell's House the other morning, Rose, and she went, oh, I'm going to be back in a minute. I'm just going to go to the loo. And I'm like, yeah, okay, no probs. And all of a sudden, I hear this man's voice from nowhere. I'm thinking, what the hell? And Rose has come back, and I went, Rose, is your other half in? No, he's at work. I went, what? And she's like, yeah, he's at work. She went, why? And I went, well, I've just heard a man's voice when you went out to the loo. She's like, huh? And she said that she has got a new doll. Maybe that's yeah, but it just really didn't make sense, and it was, to me, it was really, really clear.
Was that on private conversation, or was that like on?
Yeah, no, it's private conversation.
And what did the voice say?
I didn't make it out. It was quite muffled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shame you couldn't get that recorded.
I know. Yeah, Don. Yeah, the Saturday night show is the same time as the Friday night show, which is still like 4 o'clock in the morning for me, Hunt. So, you know, if I happen to wake up during the night, I'll pop in and say hello. Okay, Sophia. And then I'll probably fall back to sleep again.
Hi, Ricky. Hi, Summerled.
I said hello in chat. Hi, Summerled. Yes, I did.
Yeah, disembodied voices. I've heard a fair few people, actually, over the past week or so mention that they've heard, you know, disembodied voices.
Oh, right, okay. That's weird.
Yeah, it's like, you know, it's not really something you hear of. And then all of a sudden you get like a burst of like, you know, disembodied voices, you know, it's strange.
That's weird.
Did anybody notice last night at 2 o'clock in the morning, UK time, that the entire internet went down?
I was asleep.
It went down for 2 minutes and then came back on.
What, literally the whole internet?
Yeah, the entire internet, yeah. It broke for 2 minutes.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know whether it was a UK-based thing, but I think there was somebody that I'm sub to that doesn't like an old news channel in France, and they was talking about it, saying that their internet went down. So it actually did happen in some parts of Europe.
Oh,
I have no idea about America, but the UK, it was widespread. It actually caused some major glitches actually, because certain newspapers that rely on the internet for transmitting information, from like one office to another. Obviously, with the internet going down, it caused a bug in the system, so that like the Sun newspaper in certain parts wasn't actually available to people this morning.
Oh wow! Okay. Strange. Very strange.
Very strange.
Yeah. Good evening, GS Paranormal. Hi, Time Lord.
Hi, Time Lord.
I notice you're selling another Memorex. If it's not already sold. Oh, my knee. Ouch.
Hello, GS Paranormal. Yeah, those Memorex are pretty good radios.
I love my Memorex. It's my, I call it my EVP magnet.
And it certainly is that.
It is indeed.
What's that you're drinking there? Romulan ale?
Yeah, it's lemonade mixed with its Waldmeister.
Actually, not Romulan ale. What's the other one that Kirk used to drink? He used to stash a bottle. It was actually illegal in the Federation. If anyone in chat can remember that. It was like a green liquid, but it was a really high potency in alcohol.
No idea. Oh, Time Lord's got 4 Memorexes for sale.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. If anybody wants a Memorex, hang on, I'll just show you what they're like. Oh.
What price are they?
I think they're 50, somewhere between 45 and 60. USA only. Oh, right. 50. Oh, and it's got 2 125s as well. So if you're not lucky, and how much are the 125s, Time Lord? Right, that's the Memorex. How much for the 125s?
69.
69. That's really, really good.
It is. They're excellent radio.
Really, really good. So that's the Memorex. That's my EVP magnet. You do need an external speaker for this, but this is brilliant. I love my Memorex. And say the 125, which is same as the one given away. If you don't have any luck this evening, and you think that you've got a spare $69 and you're in the USA, oh, my voice went then.
God, we should be so lucky.
I know, all right. And if you want to invest in a 125, because they are, I would say, my own personal choice, the 587 is the best one around hacked radio. The second best box around, which is also Radio Shack, which is the 2125. It works just as good as the 587. It's just that the sweep's a little bit faster.
Yes, Max, that's the one. Anteri and Brandy.
Yeah. Tim, yeah, this is the Memorex Extreme. And the ones that Time Lord sells is the Memorex Extreme. They're very, very good.
Have you got those listed on eBay, Time Lord?
I know one was. I know one was listed. Yeah, he's got them.
Yeah, there you go then, guys.
He is at Donny is stateside, yes. is USA.
Yeah, and I can vouch for Time Lord because I recently purchased a brand spanking new, never been used before, Radio Shack 12587, the Holy Grail, and it came in the packaging with the instructions, which I still haven't received yet. I've had the radio sent me, but for some reason Rachel's still not sent the box, the packaging it came in and the instructions, which is actually the only reason I bought it.
Yeah. Well, my this Memorex here, this is a Time Lord Memorex. And I think, is it my 125 or is it the giveaway 125, which is a Time Lord's?
No, I didn't get the 125 from Time Lord.
No?
No.
I can't remember.
That 125 is actually from my own personal collection.
What, the giveaway one?
Yeah.
Tim, he did actually mention it. Hang on, hon, I just
Hi, lipstick.
$50 for a Memorex Extreme and $69 for a 2125. Hi, lipstick. Well, some of you know me on eBay or on Facebook. So if you want the link, James, do you want to hit me your eBay link up? And then what I'll do, I'll drop your store into the chat. Need to find some more 587s. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Really doesn't surprise me.
Someone's hoarding them.
Yeah, I wonder who. I'm not even going to mention. Mind you, you do have your own team though, so.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Very true.
Very, very true indeed. Yeah, what was it you wanted to talk about anyway? Just to change the subject.
Yeah, like over the past few weeks, I've actually, I'm not going to mention any names. That's just silly doing that.
Yeah.
But, just the way that certain people have like been addressing the spirits as though, they're, well, let's put it this way: the way they address them is almost as though they've got like no respect. That it's just like sending out commands, and just basically being derogatory towards them. What people really need to understand is, I'll always say this: as in life, as in death, we don't change. So as we are now, we're exactly the same when we pass away. Or so we're led to believe, because obviously you're the same consciousness.
Yeah.
But I've heard some people that are actually quite derogatory, which, the only reason I really wanted to mention it, this evening was because, a couple of these people that I heard addressing spirits, I actually had like a little bit more respect for them. So I thought that they would, basically know how to address the spirits, I always find the best way to address spirits is to be, really subservient to them, lots of pleases, thank yous, give them lots of respect, talk to them as though they are a person, if you're going to go into, a situation like a room or somewhere, you just start, shouting the odds, more often than not, people are just going to either shout back at you or they're just going to ignore you. Spirits are no different. So if you're going to basically, shout, be derogatory towards spirits, they're just not going to interact with you, or they're just going to ignore you. You know, when you use a spirit box, it actually takes quite some time, you know, for spirits to actually come forward, you know, in a way where you can, you know, literally converse with them and get those direct replies. You know, they have to like, you know, again, it's like building up a trust. So if, you know, if you can build that trust up, you know, and continuously talk to spirit in a nice way, you know, then, you know, they will eventually, you know, start to address you. That's why sometimes, you know, some people never really get anything, and other people, it kind of like takes a long time until they actually sort of learn the ethics behind it all. You know, so the, you know, my position on it is, if you're subservient to the spirits and always kind, treat them with a lot of respect, you'll get better results a lot quicker. And, you know, also what you have to remember is, if you're calling a spirit by their name, so you're actually talking to, say, like a relative or a friend, you know, or a family member that's passed away, what you have to remember is, when you address that particular spirit by name, you could be, you know, you could be taking them from a very, very comfortable place. You know, they could be, you know, within the light as we believe it to be, or they could be in heaven, you know, or they could be in a very nice place where they are actually comfortable at. You know, so if you're going to kind of like demand to speak to a spirit directly by name, then you could be taking them from a really comfortable place. So, you know, what I always do is, I always address the spirits and ask the spirits themselves, not that particular person, but ask spirits that are there in general, you know, to ask if that spirit is there, and, you know, would those spirits, you know, help in bringing that person you're looking for forward if they want to. So therefore, what you're doing, instead of directly asking spirit to come forward, you're actually giving spirit the choice to come forward.
Right.
Do you understand?
A bit like it sometimes, if we're asking Angel Anna to cut, if she can come and help sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we've got a few more in the chat. Hi, Ray the Fam. Hi, Baba Yaga. Hi, George.
George.
Yeah, George is there. Welcome. Thank you for supporting the stream. Yeah, so, you know, if you're going to call upon spirit, it's always best to do it in a way where you give them that choice to come forward, instead of calling them, you know, and almost demanding that they come forward and speak to you. You know, what you'll tend to find is that a lot of spirit voices will actually help you. So it's, you know, because spirit is a consciousness, it's, you know, it's all connected. So you can work through other spirits to get the answers that you require, because, you know, one spirit can speak for many.
Yeah.
You know, because they are a consciousness and connected. If people understand that. You know, I just thought, what I was hearing last week and the early part of, you know, this week as well, you know, where people was just directly calling out for spirits, almost commanding them to basically, you know, answer, you know, the questions that they put forward. And, you know, it's actually sounded quite derogatory and rude.
I always liked it. Well, it's like you said, and that's been agreed on in chat. You know, that like in life is the same in death. I would. I know that when my time is up and it's my time to be a spirit, I hope that if anybody that would want to, if I happen to come across someone that wishes to talk to me, I hope that they will treat me with the same respect as they would treat their close friends and family.
Yeah, you know, it takes, you know, in life it takes a lot for people to trust and speak to you. you know, but, you know, a lot of the time, spirit will sit idly by, you know, they'll pay attention to you, but remain dormant or asleep or quiet, you know. So that's why I always say it's better to, you know, to basically ask other spirits, you know, for their help in bringing other spirits forward.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
It just gives them, you know, more respect, that's all.
It is, but it's like with anything, you know, with people that you meet for the first time, people that you meet online, you know, you would treat another human being with respect. Well, the ones that have got morals and everything.
Of course, yeah.
So why wouldn't you treat them with respect? And I suppose it depends, you know, if you do happen to have something that is quite negative that comes through. You know, this is my own personal opinion. I would think if you treat them with respect, to a certain degree, they're going to treat you with that respect back.
Oh, most definitely, yeah. Yeah, okay, Tim. I'll take a butcher's of that. Your new video. Yeah, you're right, Zara. You know, it's and also, you know, people that have actually kind of not have the authority, but they, you know, I think spirits also understand that, you know, people can do, you know, cleansings and clearings, you know, if they want to like sage a property or something, you know. So I think that is you know, obviously they can, you know, either quieten down, you know, or get spirits to leave a property, you know. And I think that also, I think spirit is also aware of that. So I think sometimes if a person in life is quite boisterous or quite nasty, or, you know, have not the right intentions, so to speak, then it's probably very rare that a spirit will come forward and talk to such a person, because, you know, they just won't be able to trust them, or, you know, or what they want to do. You know, so there are, you know, certain reasons why spirit may not come forward.
Yeah, that's true.
Hello, Anthony.
You're quite right there. Good. Even though I said hi in the chat. Hi, Anthony. Oh, if you're hearing that scratching, I will sort him out in a minute. That's actually cheeky.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, Tim, as well.
Okay, I think Anthony said he's got something to say.
I have something to say. You will all listen. Okay. What's that, Anthony? While you're typing that, I'm just going to go off camera just for 2 ticks and just put his lordship into bed.
Okie dokie.
Oh. Come on, teacher. Come on, teacher. Go. Come on. Go.
Yes, Anthony, you're quite correct there, my friend. You know, everybody gets irate at times. You know, it's just human nature. You know, some people can be derogative, boisterous, or, you know, they can be cruel. You know, that's just human beings. You know, it's in our nature, and I think that's what, you know, a lot of the, you know, the test is about. You know, when we get to that point in life where we're not going to be here much longer, I think a lot of people realize that. You know, that's why a lot of older people turn to the church in their latter years. You know, because they seek that solace that, guides them, to be a better person and to forgive people, and to generally be more open and nice to people. It's just that, in the time when I was brought up, morals, were key. If you didn't have morals, you had no respect, and a lot of like the younger generations of today, I'm not saying all of them, I'm just saying some of them, they don't seem to have those morals instilled within them. They can be totally, blind to just being kind in general. Like a lot of younger people have like an expectation of just having things, or, just being, or just, getting what they want. Some people work all their lives to achieve, a better way in life, but a lot of the, millennials and the, the 2Ks and that, they kind of like just expect it.
Well, even my 16-year-old nephew says exactly the same, and he's 16. He's a lot of that. But yeah, you are right. And it's like Anthony said as well in there, we don't really know who we're speaking to when we're using a spirit box.
This is it.
We don't, is it a parallel universe? Is it aliens? Is it an actual fact spirit? Who knows? Is it, if the Hollow Earth theory is true, maybe it's somebody that's down in Hollow Earth, and it's somehow they're able to, they've got something down there that's able to, like a projection, or I think you know where I'm going with that. I can't really find the words for it.
Yeah, well, people that know what I do, they know that I listen to an awful lot of, of spirit box sessions, and even when I'm not listening to spirit box sessions, I'm actually listening to different types of spirit boxes, and I see a lot of these tiny little traits that many other people don't recognize, in the way these voices do converse with us. Time Lord, he understands what I'm saying here, because when we've past in chats before, we've actually backed each other up and what we say, that these voices, they are intelligent, regardless of whether they are spirit, whether they are aliens, or or Lord knows what they are. But I kind of think that they are spirit, and I'll tell you why. Because one, there's too many synchronicities with the things that they talk about and explain, such as, the light, the abyss, certain keywords that they say, the way these keywords are spoken, and just basically the way that these voices converse with us. Because, and a lot of the times as well, these voices will tell us things, that, past loved ones, or, people we've known in life that have passed away, can only tell us, so all those little things tell me that, there's a good chance that, these voices are spirit. Now, a lot of these spirits, or these intelligent voices, can be quite aggressive, and some of them can be, quite nasty as well at times, because they swear at us, and obviously we all hear the devils and the demons and such like.
Yeah, we do.
So, are they, is it possible that they could be, devils and demons, just mimicking, people that we once knew in life? I've heard of people that have had conversations with certain spirits at quite close quarters as well, with a lot of personal information, and then they've actually caught them out in a lie. Larry was one of them, Moses. He conversed with a spirit for, well over 2 years. And then he asked them a question one day, and he just blatantly caught these out in a lie. And I think they actually mocked him afterwards for it.
Okay.
So, you know, there could be, you know, certain voices that we speak to that maybe just want recognition. Maybe that's why they hear us always say, oh, did you hear the devil? Did you hear the demon come through? Or the bees will bubble or whatever. Yeah? So they may, you know, converse with us using those names and those tactics just to get noticed, because obviously the abyss is a very lonely place.
Well, it's just to go back to the devils and the demons. I know we touched on this before somewhere. I can't even remember where. Just you know, the devils, the demons, witch, Beelzebub, Astaroth. You know, you name it. There's a long list of them. Just because you are hearing those words being said doesn't necessarily. Now, this is just my own personal opinion. Doesn't necessarily mean that is devil, demon, that is Beelzebub or Astaroth or whomever, or a witch. I think it could actually be them calling us those things, because it could be an old spirit that doesn't know, like, you know, what a Memorex is, what technology is, what a camera is. So they're the ones that are calling us devils, demons, witches, and Beelzebub and Astaroth and everything else.
Yeah, I think you, you know, you've got, that's a very good point, Zara. Not only that, you know, it works both ways. But, you know, for me, the consensus is that these voices, regardless of who they are intelligent.
Oh, of course.
You know, they certainly are intelligent. So, you know, the spirit box is a personal journey. What one person gets on a spirit box is for them. You know, and what another person gets, you know, it can be personal to them. So I think that's why a lot of people have their own take on, you know, what these voices are, who you know, where these voices are speaking to us from, you know, or even, you know, or can they, you know, even use a radio or, you know, frequencies to like speak to us, you know. But I've listened to the spirit box for far too long now to know, you know, to understand that these voices are certainly intelligent, regardless of whether they're aliens, devils, demons. And also, you know, I was having a little joke with Crimson Dave on Facebook some time back, where I said, you know, I put a little comment on Facebook saying, oh, you know, I've sussed out, you know, these devils and demons, you know, on the, you know, on the spirit box. So I says, like, the word demon, because it's sweeping and it's chopping the sweep as it goes along, you know, like the word devil is actually development. So we just hear the first half of the word development, so which is devil. And then I was saying to him that, you know, demon, you know, is somebody on the radio talking about, you know, demonetization. You know, so the first part of demonetization is obviously the word demon. You know, so you have to be very careful. But a lot of these devils and demons that we do actually hear on the spirit box, you can tell that they are like one word. You know, you can tell, you know, whether it's actually development or the word demon that's being said. You know, because it comes through so clear in that way. You know, because sometimes there's very often a space, you know, before and just after the word is spoken. So, you know, it's not actually a word that's been chopped. You know, but there is, you know, a lot of words that is spoken on the radio, such as help. The word help is constantly spoken on the radio. So
it's not that often spoken on German radio, so it's a little bit more, I suppose, validation in that respect when it does come through.
Yeah, yeah.
Carry on, sorry, I interrupted you there.
Yeah, you know, I was just saying that not all we hear, you know, can be transcribed into what it is we're actually listening to. You know, so it may not be a devil or a demon. It could be somebody saying the word development or demonetization, which again, you know, in the UK and, you know, and in America, these two words are spoken, you know, quite substantially on a radio. But you know, if you actually know what you're listening for, you can actually tell, you know, if it is that word that's being spoken and if it's not.
Well, that's true. A lot of the times when things like that do come through, it's actually quite clear that it is saying demon, and there's not any other words that sort of say it's not an extension of something like demonetization or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah. Time Lord's right there. You know, some of these. You know, when you say like, "Who is here with me?" You know, and they come back with, you know, really creepy voice saying, you know, the devil, you know, or it's basically, you know, spirit manipulation of the audio fragments. Again, you can tell, you know, that it's not a natural voice, and they have these traits of how these words are pronounced as well. You know, it's again going back to Riley's Devil's Angel capture that he got, order of magnitude Devil's Angel.
Fantastic.
You know, he didn't ask who are you. He asked what are you. You know, and that was pure spirit manipulation of the audio fragments. It was, you know, a 100% crystal clear Devil's Angel. That's what they answered him with. You know, and that was most certainly not pareidolia. It wasn't. You know, those two words of Devil's Angel were actually the audio fragments being manipulated, you know, by spirit or, you know, by whatever this intelligent voice was that came back. You know, that capture again from Riley is incredible, for the simple reason of the way, you know, the entire conversation and the way it was constructed and asked, you know, so again, direct question to a direct reply, but within the way it was done, you know, it's just an incredible answer.
Oh, it was absolutely fantastic. There was no mistaking. There's really no mistaking the answer there. It was so crisp.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't. From what I can remember from that session as well is Riley asked the question again, and the same thing came through again. You know, so you had like a double validation there.
No, I think that was actually on a separate.
Oh, that was, wasn't it? Sorry.
Yeah. It was his follow-on stream that he did where he asked that.
Sorry, I stand corrected.
Yeah, and again he asked, "Who are you?" this time, and this time it came back as, you know, Devil's Angel. You know, so for that to happen once, and the crystal clear response that he got was just incredible. For it to happen twice and have that synchronicity is, you know, that is intelligent. It's an intelligence. You know, we can't pretend to understand what this intelligence is, but we definitely know that they are returning our questions with direct replies and concise, direct replies as well.
Very true. I agree.
I'll shut up now. I've been waffling too much.
That's all right. You like to waffle. Just call you the waffle man. Well, I think on that note, what'd you say about doing the draw?
I thought he was going to show us some equipment first.
Well, I thought we'd do it. Yeah, well, either or.
It's entirely up to you.
Either or.
Either or.
Either or.
Well,
yeah. Well, I can show some equipment first. What do you fancy, guys? Show new equipment, or now I'm not going to do a rundown. What's what? It's just from a big kit. What you can do is a little kit and electronic devices. So, what would you like? Would you like the drawer first? But then please don't disappear. Or do you want to equipment first? Let's just see what they'd like in the chat. Okay. I've got one for equipment. Draw. Yeah, 1-1. Draw.
Yeah, Time Lord. They're really well. If God made them in the beginning, then they're literally thousands of years old. And with time comes intelligence. So that's why demonic entities are extremely clever. For people to think that they can command them and tell them what to do, they're basically living in cloud cuckoo land. Because they might want you to believe that they're letting you control them, but trust me, they're vastly more intelligent than what people are.
Oh,
they've been around for a very, very long time.
Right, I think the draw 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have said draw, put a 1 in. Equipment, put a 2 in.
Yeah, well, I was using my hands, okay, and then it just went draw. So it's like blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Okay. Let me just turn this around. That's probably better. Right. That's the website I'm going to use. Okay. Random name picker. Okay. Well, you never know, Tim. Could be always somebody's lucky day. Right. I'm going to paste. Let's hide that. Okay. So. Right, where am I? There I am. Right. Okay, why is this? It's just too dark. Hang on a minute. Let me turn the brightness down. No, that's the wrong direction. Right. Is that better? Yeah. Right. And I've pasted all the names in. Okay. So, can I have a drum roll, Glenn? Glenn, give me a drum roll. He's put himself on mute. Okay, right. I'll do a drum roll then.
Oh, hang on, Zara. Did you put Sophia's name in?
Yes, and Tim. Don't worry. It's actually a website, Tim. Right. Do me a drum roll.
Glenn. Me?
Yes.
Hang on then.
Right. 3, 2, 1.
Ta-da!
And the winner is
Little Dorrit.
Little Dorrit.
Ooh, lucky you, Little Dorrit. Congratulations.
So, Little Dorrit, I have seen her around actually. I saw her yesterday and the day before.
Yeah.
And
you know something?
What?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, I saw her yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Little Dorrit, okay, I will get in contact with her, just to let her know. But if she does watch this, Little Dorrit, if you contact me, I'm just trying to think. I've said email is on the About in the channel. or look me up on Facebook. You can send a message on the PWM page. And if you want to give me your details, and then Glenn can hopefully get that off to you sometime next week. But yay! You're all right, Tim. Tim's going to the mailbox now because he's waiting.
There will be another giveaway soon.
There will be. But don't just disappear now, y'all. You know, just because I've done the draw. Because I know some people, it's like, okay, right, well, hang on till the draw. We'll hang on till the draw. And it's like, oh, the draw's done, right, let's go.
Well, if they're true supporters of your channel, they will remain situated where they
well,
are.
it doesn't bother me. I'm only joking. I would do the same anyway. So.
Yeah, trust me, she ignores me enough.
Yeah, I do. Right. With that being said, what I'm going to do is, how am I going to do this? Right. I will get Chat up on the iPad. Excuse me. You're staying. Thank you. You're stopping. Brilliant. Yay. Love hearts for those that are staying. Bye-byes for those that are going. And thank you for coming for those that have gone. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my iPad. Oh, you return. Okay, you put it back the way it was, Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony, you don't do your live streams anymore, do you?
He does. He did one recently.
Anthony Cox?
Yes. Because I've got him there.
I thought Anthony stopped streaming a good few months ago.
No, Anthony hasn't stopped. Right.
Oh, right, okay, I'll have to check that out then. Maybe it's the
ouch,
the notifications. Typical YouTube, that is.
It's quite possible. Right, how am I going to do this?
Oh, okay, Max. I didn't realise that. Like I said, I don't get notifications from Anthony. I thought he'd stopped doing Spirit Box a long time ago.
No, well, if you're not getting notifications from Anthony, you just unsub, resub, and put the bell on.
Yeah, I'll check your channel out later on, Anthony, and just make sure that I'm getting your notifications, pal. But there's no reason why I shouldn't, because you know I was subscribed to you before.
That's true. That you were.
I used to actually come into most of your live streams.
That's true. Right, I'm going to have to hold this. So
Time Lord, that's I think that's an entire show to itself. Personally, I always say you don't mix money with the paranormal unless it's necessary or for whatever reason. Sometimes it can be helpful, but it all depends. What you're asking for, I should imagine. It's a very expensive hobby, or can be.
It is. It is a very expensive hobby. I'm just trying to.
This is a very hot question, Max. It's one that I want to really get into, to be honest with you, because I'm just not interested in what anybody does, so I just mind my own business.
Yeah. I do what I do. If I notice anything, I stay completely clear from it. So, right. I'm gonna have to. I'm sort of like doing a makeshift thing here. Seeing as my original plan's not working at all.
There's a lot of videos, Anthony.
Right. What you've got here is, right, and I'm going to do a zoom. I'm going to go through little bit by little bit. Okay. is really just a bog standard. Oh, I'm getting a bit of a shadow there. Hang on. No. No. Why is it? Whenever you want something to come on, it never comes on. Let's try the other one. Right.
You probably stole the batteries out of the torch one for something else.
No. Well, mine's electric. It's electric. It's USB. Right. What you're actually seeing is generally a typically normal investigators kit. What they've got, going from a range of cameras. Say you've got your 2 normal cameras, a night vision camera. Say this is an IR light. Then if you're using like action cams, you can have like this goes on the body, so the camera is sort of more or less in the middle, so you've got a point of view. You can have like different other straps, like for the arm or for the head or other stuff like that. Then you have, generally most people have got a K2, an EMF meter. Then we have the digital recorders with this one. I've got a little external mic you can plug in. External speaker if you need one.
Let's have a look at your little mic. Oh yeah, can remember that.
Yeah.
Makes mono into stereo.
That's right. And then obviously you've got your trusty ghost boxes, you've got your tripods. Now this heavy thing here is what is it called, Glenn? What is it you lot call it?
I can't see what you're looking at. You ain't got a camera.
A gimbal?
Oh, a gimbal, yeah.
Yeah, a gimbal, which can actually hold a few pieces of equipment.
Yeah, that'll hold like your cameras, your IR, infrared lights, ultraviolet lights.
And you would actually be using this, it would actually be held by this piece of equipment here.
Yeah, you can just screw your cameras and your lights onto that.
Yeah, and then if you're like me, if you're somebody that likes a bit old school, well then you've got your compasses, you've got one standard one, and then you can maybe have a few little ones as trigger objects. Maybe a normal size set of dowsing rods if you like using dowsing rods, or what you can have is like these pocket size ones. So I'm going to be using one hand with this. So what I'm going to do is just set the tablet down so I've got both hands free. And then what it does, it just pulls out like a normal antenna. And then just bends down and then just moves around as normal dowsing rods. So if you don't actually have much space, these dowsing rods are absolutely ideal. So saying that, hi Joanne, hi Emin Kids Life. Hello, anybody else that I may have missed? Right, now what I'm going to do, guys, is I am just going to take a bog standard vanity case and just show you what and this is my own personal opinion of what I think would be good as a basic kit to take with you. Oh yeah, and just for those of you that might want to know, this case here, this is actually a huge vanity case. It's in the cosmetic industry, they tend to use it, or hairdressing. This is what I actually keep all of my kit in. Even with this section here, it's quite big. It's got a drawer at the bottom. They're actually pretty reasonable instead of like boxes upon boxes upon boxes, because it is on 2 wheels and you can wheel it around with you. So what I would do, okay. So let me just undo this. Right. So you need to pack small and compact. So best set, but first thing, if it's going to be a nighttime investigation, most easiest thing to take with you, because you're going to be able to do twilight or nighttime, is basically if you can get hold of small digital camera. This one has Night Shot Plus on it. You can pick these up for anything between $30 and $60, $70. Or if you want a decent brand, this one's a Sony. This one cost me about €40 with an internal hard drive. Don't forget, always order spare batteries, guys. Always have spare batteries. So that would be the first thing. If you don't have any small lights at all, because you can actually get the smaller infrared lights, obviously this is going to be important for you because you're going to be able to see a greater distance. So, and you might think, my God, that's full already, but you'll actually be quite surprised what you can actually fit in here. So next thing, people might say, well, take the K2 and take the EMF meter. For me personally, drop the K2 meter. This type of EMF meter, you can actually adjust the sensitivity on it. No REM pod is needed because the light will flash and it will make a noise whenever something comes near it. You can take the room temperature. So this is actually, for me, I would say, a good all-in-one gadget. So plonk that down in there. Okay. Trusty EVP recorder. If you're going only in a small area, you can take the one. But if you're going in quite a large area, there's got more than one room. What you can also do is take both with you. But as this is going to be a basic kit, I'm just going to throw in one. And what I would do is I would throw in my trusty 587, which will go in there. Another thing to take with you guys, torches. Very important, especially if you're going into a dark area. Very, very important. And if you do have something like an external battery charger that is USB charged, take that with you. If you do have power packs, try and take one of them with you as well. Can
I just interject there, Zara?
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realise that the actual mobile phone is a very good
yeah, well, that's on the next bit, hon.
Oh, okay.
You're jumping forward.
Okay, I should talk.
I'm just going by this lot first, okay?
Sorry, I'm a
All
forgiven.
right. Be quiet, put yourself back on mute. Right, as my normal size dowsing rods wouldn't fit, I would take the smaller ones with me because I like to use my dowsing rods. And as I have two pendulums, I would take the heavier one, which is the copper one, which is going to be a lot harder for spirits to be able to use. So you've got more chance of showing that possible spirit contact. So let me see. Old-fashioned compass, because it's good old school. Maybe a couple of smaller compasses, as it's old school. What you can take in a smaller separate bag is the gimbal. I have a case for my my tripod if I wanted to do anything static. Obviously, I would need to take this with me because I'll be using my gimbal. So then what I would do is, with that lot all in there, let me put this up here for you guys, and I do apologise for the wobbling. So for me, electronically, that would be a standard kit that I would take if I was going somewhere on my own, and I needed to take the very basics with me. Obviously, the gimbal and the tripod will be in a separate bag, but that would be, for me, a basic kit. If, like, now, before Glenn interrupted, let me turn this back around. Where are we? Here we are. Right. If you are someone that maybe does not have any equipment that you can take with you, there are other options. My phone's in the kitchen. Oh, no, it's not. Right. Believe it or not, just this little device here, your mobile phone, your handy, your cell, can be really, really good for what you do. If you find that you've got mobile phone and a tablet, you're set. You can actually run and obviously a torch, because you need a torch if you're going somewhere which is nighttime, and that is all you're going to need. If you want to try and record EVPs, you can just use the standard recorder on your phone. They work just as good. There's 2 channels, and even though they do have their ghost boxes, they do a lot of EVPs, and that is Ruby Jules and Kathy Cook, EVP sisters, and all they use for doing their EVPs is a phone. That is it. Nothing special at all. So a phone does work if you just want to do EVPs. If you do find that you've got a tablet, what you can do is you can install a couple of apps, whether they be for small bucks or free of charge. I personally always recommend the Life Ghost Box, as it's my favourite go-to app. I've had many a direct reply from it, and I've also used it recently in Turkey and actually had Turkish coming through, and the Live Ghost Box is actually based in the USA and USA radio stations only. So, and with the apps, it's just trial and error. I cannot talk. So you just find what application may work for one person may not necessarily work for the other. What you're actually best to do is try and find which app or apps work best for you. You can go from recommendations and see if they work for you. If you get results, if you do, that's brilliant. If you don't, well, obviously that app is not supposed to work for you with spirit. There's apps that I have used that I've had great results with, and there's other apps that I've used and I've got absolutely nothing. So, and also, regardless of whether you're using a spirit box or an app, if you do not get anything to begin with, don't give up. Sometimes it takes spirit a long time to get used to your energy, to get used to the equipment that you're using, especially if you're new. So even if it's after a few months and you still not got anything, do not give up. Because it could be that the next time you use that box or the next time that you use that app, you will get that connection. So don't give up. And if you're not sure if you've received any evidence, go to somebody's channel that that does sessions, that annotates, and that you trust their opinion, and ask them to look over your evidence, because it could be that you may have actually missed something quite important, or even something quite trivial. But to have a second pair of ears is always good. It's like, even now with me, a year later, well, over a year later, down the line of doing my own sessions, I always ask Glenn just to have one final check over before I put anything online, just to make sure that I've got everything there that I need to put on there. Oh, that's a very good idea. Right, I'm going to actually mention that, because that's good. I would have never thought about that. Baba Yaga, glow sticks, very inexpensive to buy, but very, very handy for an emergency, as they've said. So add that to your kit as well. Obviously, water, change your clothes, the blanket, food, everything that you would possibly think that you would need, take with you. But I was just going from the basics of a basic kit to take with you, and what you can actually use if you don't have anything like I've just showed you. And if you do have a normal small camera, you can actually use that as well for filming. Yes, and toilet roll. So even if you've got a normal camera that you're phoning, that you're going to video, and maybe if you've got an app or two on your phone, you can just film your phone. And yeah, that's. I don't think I've forgotten anything, Glenn.
Oh, am I allowed to speak now?
Yes, you can speak now. I need to have a drink, so yes, you can.
Yeah, so basically, in contrast, I think what Zara was trying to say is, you can have a lot of kit, you can have minimal kit, and you can have even a minimalist kit.
Yes.
Just by taking your phone, it's like a multifunction tool. You're all set to go. Get out there, start investigating. Anywhere,
Yes.
Spirits are everywhere.
Spirits are everywhere, and even as Glenn has told me 1,000 times before, even at 5,000 foot in the loo on an aeroplane.
Actually, it was 35,000 feet.
Oh, sorry, 35,000 feet. I stand corrected.
I went to the loo. It was a Lufthansa flight from East Midlands DHL to Germany, and I was in the toilet, and I whipped out my my recorder. I said, "You're all full there, didn't I?" I whipped out my recorder, and I actually got an EVP at 35,000 feet.
Oh,
now,
there you go.
Does that mean to say that the aeroplane is haunted, or even the toilet area was haunted? No. For some reason, you can get EVPs anywhere.
You can.
You can even get EVPs in a lead case.
Yeah.
And even EVPs where, the outside atmosphere is completely blocked. It's been tried and tested in experiments where, they've had a recorder. The skull experiments actually did this. When they did the skull experiments, they had a recorder that was inside a locked off case that was impenetrable by outside forces. Sound couldn't get in, and they received EVPs there too. So EVPs can be gotten anywhere.
Yeah. That's true. You'll have to excuse me. I'm just flying back to Nicole. She missed the giveaway. But there is always next time, Nicole. We do get this is the second one this year that we've had. No, first one. Second one?
Second one.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. We did the camera last year. Oh, and before I forget, one other thing you can add to your kit as well. If you've got one, you can pick them up. The cheap China brands work just as good. Is a little a little action cam.
Yeah, you want to tell people what they're actually looking for with that particular camera. You know.
Well, you can. There are.
Well, the only reason I mentioned it is because when you go looking for things like GoPros and that online, some can be very expensive.
Oh, yeah, that's why I said China, dear.
Yeah, they can be very overpriced, but the China brand ones, you can pick them up for as little as like £15.
This one's a China brand, and it works actually really well. This is a 2-inch screen. It's Wi-Fi, so I can connect it straight up to my phone, my tablet, my iPad, and transfer the pictures straight over.
Yeah, you're always better off getting the Wi-Fi version because it just makes things, loading things up so much easier.
Yeah. And again, with anything like this, whether it be an action cam, a spirit box, a video camera, anything that uses a battery of some description, always make sure you've got enough with you, because the worst thing that can happen is that you're smack bang in the middle of a session and woof, either your iPad dies, the batteries run out on the recorder, or you just never know what's going to happen. So having like external, it's over there, the external battery packs that you can just plug your cable straight into if you see that the battery's getting low. At least you're going to be able to finish doing what you're doing. Yeah. I'm just trying to think. I don't think there was anything else. I think I covered more or less everything on that. So it doesn't really matter if you're a big investigator, you've got lots of equipment, or you've only got one ghost box, one camera, one EVP player, one EVP recorder. It really doesn't matter. Or even if you've got none, but you still want to give it a try, and you have a camera, a phone, and or a tablet, you can still do a proper full investigation just by using that. Don't know if there's anything else you want to add to that, Glenn.
Yeah, what you will come across a lot of times, in the field is a lot of people always seem to justify the evidence they get with how much they spend on equipment. And that is nothing. That is just absolutely ridiculous,
You can get a 20 euros action cam, or a 20 euro camera. Obviously, I'm going to go by euros because I have euros as currency. A 20 euro, or a 30, 40, 60 euro phone. Tablets nowadays, you can get a cheap one from China. You're probably talking anything between 30 and 50 euros or dollars. So for really less, if you don't really want to have a ghost box, but you want to start off with a basic equipment for less than 100 euros or $100 or £100, and you will have a basic setup minus the spirit box.
Yeah, the cheapest recorders, you'll get fantastic EVPs on them,
Yep.
Spirit haven't got a preference. I've always said, regardless of what equipment you use, what apps, what spirit boxes, if Spirit wants to come through, they will do.
Exactly.
If they want their voice to be heard, then they will definitely let you know. Not forgetting your own 5 sensors.
Very important.
Your own 5 sensors in any one given situation, in any investigation, will serve you, much better than any kind of equipment will, regardless of the price. But, even the cheapest stuff, such as a compass, you can pick one up off eBay for 99 pence.
Exactly.
You know, it's an EMF. You know, detect. You know, electromagnetic field. That's what a compass is. That's why it points to north. It points to north because that's where the pole is. You
exactly.
know,
And
the magnetic field is the North Pole. That's why the compass needle points north.
Yeah.
If something approaches that needle, something approaches that compass, you know, from the opposite direction, which has got a stronger magnetic force, such as, you know, what people say spirits are, some type of electrical energy, EMF, then that compass needle will turn. You know, over the years that, you know, I've been investigating, I've had compasses just literally spin completely, just the needle just spinning around.
Yeah.
You know, there's no explanation for it, you know, other than, you know, there's some other type of electromagnetic field there that is picked up on and detected.
Exactly. There's no need really for separate REM pods or temperature gauges or sensors. Well, same thing as REM pods. You know, the EMF meter I showed you does basically all of that in one device, and they are inexpensive as well. And very, very good. It's Glenn has got been in the paranormal for the amount of years that he has been. Glenn's had all the kit. You got those EMF meters, didn't you, Glenn? And you just fell in love with them.
Yeah, they really, really are good. Their quality as well. You know, they really do feel like good quality in your hand. That, you know, they're heavy. They're well put together.
Yep.
You know that. You know, you can get like a basic K2 meter. You know, it'll only register EMF on the X and Y axis. You know, so basically you just, you know, turn it around in, you know, little tiny circles of around 6 inches, you know, slowly in a circle, you know, and it will quite possibly detect, you know, electromagnetic fields. But the thing about a K2 meter is it's very, very, it's very sensitive to almost anything. Even just shaking it in your hand or moving in your hand will set the lights going. The beauty of that particular meter there, the Merrick meter that Zara just showed. Did you show it? Sorry, I wasn't looking at it.
I did.
Yeah, that particular meter there, you can actually set the parameters on it. So if you're in a room where you've got like a strong EMF field, possibly, such as say like a television or a camera or a mobile phone, you can actually lift the parameters with that meter. So, you know, nothing will register and make it go off that's in that room, such as your camera, phone, TV, monitors, tablets, or anything like that. So you can actually, you know, lift the, what's the word I'm looking for? You can lift the parameters.
Yeah, you can lift the sensitivity. So if anything like a phone or anything electrical that you have nearby, if you increase it, it won't actually register those devices that are nearby.
Yeah, and not only that, a K2 meter, they can be very expensive as well. You know, you can pay anywhere between, you know, £30 to £60 for a K2 meter, and they're very, very poorly built. That particular meter there that Zara's just shown you, you can pick them up for as little as £12 off eBay.
Yep.
And it backs itself up as a REM pod. You can turn the sound on and off. You can turn the lights on and off. You can lift the parameters. You can even set a timer on it. And another thing is, a K2 meter only registers electromagnetic field, whereas that particular meter there will register UT and milligauss. So it will read electromagnetic fields and also electromagnetic radiation.
And not forgetting room temperature as well.
Yeah, and it's also got a temperature gauge on it, which works extremely well. And you can also record the highs and lows.
Yep. And it's not only in Celsius, but also in Fahrenheit. You can change the temperature too.
Yeah, it's an extremely good meter for the price. It's, you know, I've got £250 millimeter, you know, and it floors that because it's just got those little things that just make it better, and it's just so much cheaper. £12. Go look on eBay; they're absolute bargain.
If you want the name, if you just let me, if you're watching this back, if you just let me know in the comments, or you can message me through the PW Paranormal White Noise Facebook page, or email, and I'll give you the link, whether you're in USA or UK. Yeah, so you'll be able to check them out for yourselves.
Yeah, the thing is though, you want to get them while you can, for the simple reason I've seen certain paranormal people that have actually kind of like bought lots of them in, and they're selling them for ridiculous amounts of money.
Where we've seen them anything from like 40, 50, 60 quid, haven't we?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. But there are companies out there that will,
and it's not only, hi Dan Pookie, and it's not only just with the blue front, you can get it with the red front as well. So you're not stuck just to the one colour as well. But if you're going to invest in just one piece of equipment, I would definitely recommend those EMF meters.
Yeah, mine's the black one with the orange buttons on.
That's right. You're quite right there. I'm going to need to shoot off soon because little man here needs to go out. But one thing I did want to mention as well on the stream today is the...
Yes, most definitely.
Right, okay, before I mention that, Portia, have your rods ever helped you find anything you've lost? Yes, Portia. I could not find Cheeky's toy anywhere. So I got my rods out and I started off in the kitchen asking where it could be, and they actually pointed directly to where the toy was. So yes. And I've actually also deliberately put something somewhere, and then with the dowsing rods, I've just been walking around asking whereabouts this item is. Obviously, some people would say, well, I could be subconsciously telling that to my hands, which is causing the energy to move in actually that direction. But to answer, yes, I have.
Yeah, not only that though. On my first Researching the Spirit Box video, Zara did a field test with the dowsing rods with both sets, the retractable telescopic ones and the more expensive brass set that she's got.
Yep.
And they actually pinpointed the line of convergence for the Spirit Box radio. We was using a 12587 Radio Shack, and they actually matched perfect the optimal spot to put the radio to do a Spirit Box session with, which that was just like a side experiment, but they actually worked.
Yeah. Very true, Baba Yaga. Safety first. Always make sure that someone that you can trust knows where, when you go out investigating.
Yeah,
very good. It's very true. When I've been up at the clinic before, not the first time, but the second time I was up at the clinic, I actually had Glenn in my ear the whole time. Not nagging, but because if I am going out anywhere, even if it's just up the road, and it is evening, I do make sure that I am talking to Glenn if he is around, because then I'm not on my own. I am actually speaking to somebody. So.
Yeah, and see, Zara actually lives in Bavaria, which is a very forested part of southern Germany. So you just never know who's hanging around.
And having a clinic up the road doesn't really help anyway.
No, because there are some strange characters in that place.
There are indeed.
So yeah, that's extremely good point there, Baba. you know, for you to make there, you know, and obviously most people do go out when it's dark to investigate people in the middle of the night. So yeah, that's a very valid point there you made, Baba. You know, it's always wise to let people know where you are.
In a minute. Very true. Very true. And the subject I just wanted to touch on just before wrap it up for the evening is with regards to the angel card readings that I do. Some of you may have seen on stream. Like I always said, I don't make out to be a medium. I just go with the flow of it, and if the cards come out right, then the cards come out right. If anybody is interested in a reading at all, not necessarily on one of the live streams that I may do, you are more than welcome to message me over the Paranormal White Noise page or Twitter, Instagram. I'm more or less everywhere. And I'll be more than happy to arrange a reasonable time with you. And what I would do is I would do I'd video your reading. Obviously, I'd let you choose which cards you would want, and if it was the tarot, then I would do the full spread for you, and it would be recorded, uploaded, unlisted onto YouTube for you, so you will be able to look back on that anytime you want, and there's no charge. Like I said, I don't make out that I'm clairvoyant, a medium, or anything like that. It's just something that I like to do for people that has worked very well with the streams that I've done. And I thought, well, if there's anybody that wishes to have a private reading at all, at no cost, on the understanding that I am still learning, you are more than welcome to contact me.
Yeah, Paranormal White Noise and money, it's not a thing that mixes. Everything that we do for people, you know, whether it's advice, you know, giveaway, you know, whatever it is, you know, money just does not come into it. You know, we firmly believe that, you know, the paranormal is about spirit, you know, and investigating.
Not money.
And you know, money just doesn't come into it. And can I also say that if anybody else listens to this stream, regardless of who you are, you know, everybody is welcome. You know, all we ask is one thing, you know, is just leave the drama at the door, you know, and anybody is welcome to come in and, you know, just, you know, go along with the flow.
Exactly. I don't know if with some of you that may, as we call the lurkers, some of you might fall into that category, but please, you know, here is, how would you say, no man's land. Here's Switzerland. You know, what is, everyone is welcome. Like Glenn said, just leave anything that's going on at the moment or anything that's happened at the door before you come in. And if there's somebody that you see that you may not be, that you may not get on with, you don't have to speak to that person. You can just ignore them. That's fine. You know, not everybody's going to like everybody. That's understandable. But it's, you know, if you're coming into the chat, just behave. That's all we ask. You know, we respect you guys, and I just ask just the same from you guys back. It's what PWN was built on, and it's something that I stand very firm to.
Yeah, Paranormal White Noise was created solely to help people in the paranormal. You know, and especially a lot of the new people that come into the paranormal. You know, it's one thing that, you know, both me and Zara advocate for, is to actually go out of his way and seek out those new people that come into the field to give them the best advice that we possibly can.
Yep, and you're getting it from, you know, Glenn's been around, I know I mentioned this a few times, over 30 years experience. I think it's about 38 years now.
38 this year.
Over 600 investigations, 200 of them with the church. So you've got one end of the spectrum where you've got a very experienced and learned investigator, and then you've got someone like myself, which has been around 2 years, paranormal wise, but it's been part of my life since I was about 7. So from another 2 years, it would have been 40 years.
Yeah, and we never pretend to like know everything, because nobody does.
We just give our perspective, our own personal opinions. Our opinions aren't gospel. We encourage you to go out and do your own research and look at other channels, and just build up your own library of research, and to use those tools that you've got from all those places in your own journey.
Yep.
White
words. By the way, Zara, your wall is on fire.
I know, it's lovely, isn't it? It didn't cost me anything.
Zara's a skip rat. She took it out of skip.
I didn't take it out of the skip. I was it's called a Hoflormark. And it was being sold, and it was coming up for the end of the day, and it was just going to be thrown away. So I asked if I could have it, and she went yes, and I had to put some WD-40 on the battery springs because it was a bit knackered on one, and so presto, it's working. Yeah, so just something a little bit different instead of like just a plain wall or a duvet cover, hence why I'm sitting on the sofa this evening, nice and comfy. Yes, it is Summerlead. Oh, Stephen, Joanne, Chris, Anthony, Tom Bucky, Summerlead, Portia, Roberta, I know Roberta's left, Anthony, George, everybody that's come in today, even the ones that's already left. And I know there's still a lot of you around. I want to thank you all for taking the time out of your busy weekend to come and hang with little old me for a couple of hours and a little old Dim for a couple of hours. We really do appreciate it, both of us, every single time. We know time is precious, and time is valuable and should be spent with family and friends. So any time that you do take to spend with us is very much appreciated.
It is indeed.
Yep. Oh, thank you, Brian. Well, I'm just finishing up for the evening. Everybody wants to know what Glenn looks like. That's from Amy. She said, Glenn, I want to see how handsome you are.
Well, my picture's on Facebook.
It is. That's true. It is indeed.
You're looking for my new account, which is Glenn Stewart Miller.
Yes, it is. And they'll be able to see. Mind you, do I dare tell them how many years old that photo is?
No, well, that particular one's only like 2.5 years.
You told me it was longer than that.
No.
Yes, you did, you little toe rag.
Shut up. It's not that old. I'll update it anyway.
Yeah, it needs to be updated, dear. All righty. Well, I need to take this little chap out because he's actually waiting. And Gooey, Auntie Band, say hey, bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye to the lovely people. Say bye-bye. And say we're going to go at walkies now. Yes, we are. We're going to have yum-yums. Yes, we are. So, on that note, guys, Love you all. Thank you ever so much for coming. And my battery's getting low on my tablet. So until the next time, as always, guys, stay truthful and most importantly, stay honest. Bye.
Yeah, and thank you all very much for coming. And by the way, Amy, I'm very handsome. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Take care. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.